The main difference between freehold versus leasehold in the UK is, technically speaking, if you buy a freehold, you buy the land underneath the building, underneath the structure that you just bought. But if you bought a leasehold, it means you own anything that is within the four walls of the structure that you just bought, or the boundaries of the garden or the outdoor space, but somebody else owns the land that this whole thing sits on. And because somebody else owns the land that this whole thing sits on, that somebody has a right to charge you ground rent, which is very contentious in the past 10 years. They have been debating because they feel that ground rent is not the right thing to do, because you can't run away from ground rent, right? Your building sits on that ground. So there has been quite a lot of rules and regulation limiting how much ground rent you can charge as a freeholder. The other thing that a freeholder is allowed to charge you is service charge, would typically cover things such as cleaning, electricity of the common area. So if, let's say, you live in a flat, a block of flats, you have a common walkway which requires electricity to light the lights, and it requires cleaners to come around, let's say, once a week to clean the common space, or it requires a lift, operation of the lift, maintenance of the lift, or even things such as painting of the exterior wall, replacing of the roof. All of this are captured under service charge. And again, this is one of those things that you can't run away, which is why a lot of people are quite scared of service charge, especially if you know that the freeholder or the management company has a tendency to increase the service charge in an unreasonable manner. And I think that's the reason why leasehold property have such a bad reputation. But again, I just want to emphasize that not all leasehold properties are the same. Like, I personally live in a leasehold property where my freeholder is the local council. And local council, politically, they wouldn't overcharge you when it comes to service charge, because it's just not the right thing for them to do. And they're also not a for-profit organization, so they are a little bit more careful and conscientious about how much money they spend on maintaining the buildings. They achieve that sweet spot in cost-benefit analysis, which is why I ended up buying a leasehold, because there's no way within my budget that I can buy, what I bought in central London. So that's the difference between freehold and leasehold.